Hi, how you doing? This is Sam O'Bannon. I direct our food center here at Two Lakes. This is the stocker slash pre-boxer position here at our food center. So you'll see this is a little bit interesting because there's two different positions in one. So as you've signed up for this position, basically what that entails is that you'll be functioning back and forth in both positions as the shift goes on. And so first I'm going to talk about and go into detail of what pre-box even means. So pre-box, a lot of our clients at our food center aren't able to walk through with a cart and get food from our grocery side. And so what we'll do, that could either be someone with a disability, it could either be an elderly man or woman who can't walk through and they just want their food packaged in a box and given out. It could also mean it's a homebound family that might need box delivered to them because they can't make it up here at our food center. So your responsibility is to fill those boxes for whoever might need them. Cool? So how that works, if you're coming in and you are jumping right into it, the first thing you want to do is you want to get gloves on. So before you do anything, we want to make sure if you are handling food, you might struggle like me to put some gloves on. We want to make sure that you have gloves on before you touch anything. And so the gloves are going to be located right at the front desk, right when you walk into the food center side. Second thing you're going to want to have is your shopping list. So you'll find this either over here on the food center side or over at our front desk or intake on the sign-in station. This will be your guide as to what goes in the box. So how that works, what you'll see right here is it'll show, one of the first items after freezers is beans. And so that'll show one item. This is for a 1 to 2 person household shopping list, which is all we do when it comes to pre-boxing items. So as you get this, you have your gloves, you have your menu. The next thing you'll want to do is you'll want to come over, and usually on the top, right over here on the right side of the food center, you'll see a bunch of cardboard boxes. I have one that I've already set out right here. These are the boxes we use to pre-box. What you'll notice though is a lot of boxes have a hole right in the middle of them. Our best way of doing it is to get some cardboard bags and we put it at the base layer of the box, and this is what covers up any hole that can let any food or any items go through the box. So okay, you have that there, you have your gloves, you have your shopping list, you have your box. You're gonna wanna take this box, and if you wanna follow me, and we want to get it out of traffic of anyone here in the food center. And so we're going to take it to the very back of the room. And if you want to follow me, and we're going to go back in here to this back room. And this right here is where we're going to actually load our boxes in. So you'll see that there's 2 freezers, 2 chest freezers. And this is the station that we want to have the packing of the boxes to happen. This is also the station where we want to have the finished boxes happen as well, because we want to be as least intrusive to any client, any volunteer walking around the food center. So literally from there, it's pretty simple. You'll have the box back here, and what you'll do is you'll go through the food center and collect each of these items and bring them back. So we can do one example real quick. So you see as one of our items, it's personal care, and it shows one item. Household is also one item. So what you do is as the pre-boxer, you would come over to the stations, and you'll notice each station is labeled and also color coordinated with whatever is on the shopping list. So household yellow, household yellow. So from there you'll see we grab one item. So you can grab one item of bath tissue. Personal care, green or orange. Personal care also orange. And you'll see right here, one item you can take from personal care would be hand soap. And this is to your total discretion on which item is most necessary. So from there, you'll go back. We'll come back to where our box is at. We'll load it up right in here. And those will be 2 items. And so from there, you'll go back through and get every item that's necessary on the shopping list. When it comes to frozen items and refrigerated items, how we're gonna do it is you're gonna take one item from the chicken freezer, one item from the pork freezer, and then one other frozen item from any of the other 3 freezers at the front of the store. So in total, you'll have 3 frozen items that you'll put into the pre-boxed box. From there, then the last thing will be your refrigerated items. Refrigerated items will be different each week, and from there I would coordinate with the food center director on which items, which will be me, on which items will be put into the box that week. And so from there, that will consist of your pre-boxed items. And what will happen, you'll keep these boxes back here. A volunteer from the other side will then come over and ask for those boxes to be brought out. And it's your responsibility, when a completed box is done, to bring that box outside to whichever client that may be. So that's what happens with a pre-boxer volunteer position. So now we're gonna move into what it looks like. So you're pre-boxing, but that is not the last role that you have. Your next role is also you're a stocker. And so we're gonna come over to the other side of the store. As a pre-box stocker volunteer, this is one position. And so you'll be functioning in and out. When you don't have a box to pre-box, what you'll be doing is you'll be looking around the store and seeing what can I restock. So what's low on the shelf. What you'll see, right now we're very low. All of our top shelf is designated storage. So nothing on the top shelf is for clients to choose as they're walking through. Also, majority of bottom shelf items aren't also available. You'll have some that are. The shopper helper will kind of designate which is which. But I want to give you one example of what a stocker responsibility would look like. So as we come over, you'll see.
I gotta go this way, Sam.
Okay. As you'll come over, you'll see that this is the cracker station right here. And so we'll have crackers right here, but also on this side, you'll see that there is an empty shelf right here. So what you'll see is you'll go, okay, I need some crackers, but where do I find them? If you look up right here, there's an entire box on the top shelf that's open crackers for use on the shelf. So what you'll do, you can take a box from the top shelf, you'll see right here, it's usually packaged with some kind of plastic in a box like this, and it's your job just to unbox the plastic and load each cracker box onto the shelf. See, this one is broken right here, so this is not a good example. You never would think that right there. So let's do this. So one example would be right here. Here's a box of crackers, loading it on the shelf like this. And your job is just to go through and fill any open spots on the shelf. It might be a freezer unit that's low on meat, but your job is just to assess what is low and what do we have in storage. And that will be your main role for the rest of the shift. So your job is kind of hybrid. You might be a boxer. You might be pre-boxing items for families who can't come through. If you're not doing if there's no pre-boxes to do, your job is just to look around. There's always something to do. There's always something to restock, and your job is very important. So thank you.